All right, I'm Nick. Today, we're going to take a few minutes, might actually be kind of a long video. I'm going to talk to you guys about why I disappeared for the last few weeks and show you guys our newest machine and discuss some products we'll be able to make with it, right? Before we get into that stuff though, tomorrow is the last day for our hoodie pre-order. You can see it here, has a kayak across it. It'll be a charcoal color. There's a link below and they're $35. We've already sold a ton. We sell a ton of hoodies every year. This will be the last hoodie pre-order we do for the year. It's going to start warming up. We'll transition into long sleeve performance shirts and stuff like that. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description. So why did I take the last 2 weeks off, right? I felt like you guys deserve to know the reason why. I know we were putting out a lot of content of me and Jamie going fishing and lures and all kinds of stuff and kayak parts and all that good stuff, right? So I'm going to tell you why, right? You guys deserve to know. As many of you already know, I'm a huge supporter of small business, right? Obviously, we have a small business. I make a living with a small business and so on. So my wife and I, we try to source all of our stuff, hats, hoodies, whatever it is, try to source it from other small businesses because small businesses are important and they directly impact people's lives, right? So naturally, when a fellow small business owner and a customer of our kayak business reaches out, my goal is to help if I can, right? The gentleman owns an RC car business. They probably sell components, right? Has a website. They sell components for RC cars. He told me he wanted to, excuse me, get a 3D printer and like ours, so he could manufacture or design RC car parts. Man, that's awesome. Cool. I'm willing to help. So I tell him the printer, the upgrades to make to it, why, and so on, because I genuinely wanted to help, right? Fast forward a week or so later, and he makes a post in a Facebook group, and it was brought to my attention. I didn't see it originally. And he is trying to sell a product that we made, and he is telling everyone that he made it, right? So here in the post, you can see it. He says he designed a gear style track handle or gear track style handle. Very weird. So within a week, he replicated a handle we produce, a handle that he has purchased from our website, a handle that is patent pending, and he tried to tell people he designed it. Obviously, that was the intent from the beginning, and I got played like a fiddle, which is kind of frustrating because I didn't see it coming. So once I saw the post, I was frustrated, right? So I let him know the handle was patent pending. I let him know about my frustrations, and I didn't beat around the bush. I let him have it, like without question. It was a very, very frustrating situation for me. So when I was letting him letting him have it, he informed me of a personal situation. It was probably more of an excuse than anything. And he did take down the handle stuff, right? Of course, I felt bad about the personal situation. So a few days later, I reached out to him, kind of like a peace treaty of me letting him have it, and said, hey, I have a few items that are on my to-do list that I need designed. I'm willing to pay you for the time to design it. I know the other day I came off as harsh because I'm a very blunt person, right? I'm direct. That's just how it's going to be. However, he told me he wasn't interested, which was no big deal. Now, obviously, I have been frustrated, or I was frustrated about this situation. I mean, I designed the handle from scratch. That was kind of my baby, and I designed it from scratch after years of pedaling around and putting time in, and it was a solution to a problem that I had. So watching it get knocked off by a person who befriended me was, well, it was frustrating. There's no question about it. How do you handle that? So I was frustrated, and I still am a little bit frustrated, obviously. So let's move on. Let's not talk about it anymore. That is why I took some time off. I decided that we would just relax, stop making content, hang out with the family. We still had a ton of orders every single day, so I've been busy, right? But we took off some time, and that let me just kind of mellow out from it. And that is where I was for 2 weeks. So with that stuff being said, and now that you guys know, in that time off, I did go out and purchase a new machine that we're going to go out to the garage. We're going to check it out, and I'm going to talk to you guys about some parts we're going to be able to produce with it. And I've had a ton of requests for these parts, so hopefully they go over well. So let's go. All right, we're out in the garage. So quick peek, there it is. Now, we planned originally to buy a much larger CNC machine, right? I was going to put like a 4x8 version right here, like an industrial machine. However, I don't have any CNC experience, so kind of wanted to hold off a bit. And then this machine popped up locally. I've been looking at these things for months prior to deciding that I wanted to get a bigger version, and I couldn't resist, right? There was a few items I wanted to make with this, and well, you got to have a CNC machine to do it. The 3D printers just aren't going to cut it. So there it is. Now, nothing huge, nothing fancy, nothing elaborate, but we're only going to be cutting, you know, HDPE, starboard, lightweight things. You can cut wood. I cut a bunch of wood signs out of it and stuff. Like, we're not going to cut wood anymore. That was more of like just learning to use the machine. Now, we have cut out this drive template already, and I'm going to cut it out of this material right here. The cool thing about it is that material floats, right? So if you have a drive insert and it doesn't float, that doesn't do you any good. You drop it, it's gone forever. That just doesn't make any sense. So it'll be able to float. Now, I'll probably cut it out of white for the heck of it. However, we do have a bunch of black on the way because it should be black. White's kind of weird. I don't know. It just doesn't look right. The black will look better on the kayak. So that's in work, right? Other thing is, I had a bunch of questions about the DIY rod holder I did a long time ago. So considering just selling this piece, right, then you can put your own PVC in it. It'll be a super cheap alternative to anything else, right? We'll just cut this out. Obviously, it's 3/4 inch thick, so it has plenty of support. You don't need to have any screws or anything like that. They just slide in place without any issues. And we can sell them in white. So if you're interested in white, let me know. I have a bunch of white material down here. I can source it locally easy. However, the black material can't be sourced easily. So back to the plug template. I will have a top water here in the garage in the next day or two as well. And I'll make this for the top water. The plug hole is actually a little bit different, and we'll go from there. So there it is, a super quick look at the CNC machine. I'm not going to turn it on because it's loud. I will do some videos of it cutting stuff here in the next few days, maybe a week or so, whenever I have time. Runs great, got it perfectly tuned now, cuts fantastic. Obviously, I already knew how to use most of the software, so that stuff was really, really easy. If you do buy one of these, and the reason the guy sold it is I don't think he really knew how to use the software. The software can be a bit confusing. Obviously, with the 3D printers and knowing how to design the parts, it really wasn't that bad. So, put it over here in the corner of the garage. I always have the dust system hooked to it, so it picks up like little snow. It makes it snow when it cuts the white starboard, okay? You guys got any questions? Let me know. If you're interested in one of those or have thoughts on other stuff, let me know. We'll make it happen. I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, a nice change of pace. Like I talked to you guys about at the beginning of the video, been a little frustrated, so I really need something to take my mind off it. This was it. Still super excited about it. It's going to do well. It's going to open up the doors to a lot of new possibilities for us, which is awesome. And I'm going to look forward to it. It's going to be fun. So, we'll get back on the water here in the next few days, and we'll get some fishing content out there. In the meantime, I'll be producing products in the garage. Any questions? Leave them in the comments section or shoot me an email at nick@navarrekayakfishing.com. Thanks for watching.